What's up, guys, gals, people? Where have you been? I've been waiting here for weeks. That's a lie. For our new people, this is Take 5. I talk about all things 5 strings. We go over the pros, cons, what I like, what I didn't like. I love getting feedback from this stuff from you guys. A lot of you guys have some really solid feedback, comments. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I read a lot of them. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes you're mean. Sometimes it's actually very helpful. So continue to do all of those because I stopped feeling things years ago. But this, I have some feelings for this, right? This is the Player Plus Fender Jazz Bass 5-string. So before we get started, let's go over the signal. We have the Tech 21 VT bass, and it's going to be a combination of this clean signal, the VT bass signal, and we're using the SVT settings that are provided by Tech 21. So let's go over the specs. It is a beautiful color from Fender called Opal Spark. The body wood is alder. The neck is maple and it's got a modern C shape. It's a satin urethane neck finish. Fingerboard is maple. Frets is 20, medium jumbo. It's got black dot inlays and it's 1.75 inches as the nut width goes. Standard open gear tunings, it is 34-inch scale length. That's right, 5-string, 34-inch scale length. It's got the standard noiseless jazz pickups, and the controls are master volume, pan pot or pickup selector. It's got a treble boosting cut, bass boosting cut, and a mid-range boosting cut. And it also has an active passive mini talk. Hardware is nickel and chrome, and yay, comes with a gig bag. Let's get into the brass tacks of it, shall we? I am a huge fan of Fender. Well, I should say, I usually am a huge fan of Fender. I try to be as unbiased as possible with respect to Take 5 because I want to be as transparent with you guys as possible. God, I really want to tell you this B sounded good. It doesn't sound bad, but it also didn't knock my socks off, for lack of a better term. It sounded like a 34-inch scale 5-string. I feel like oftentimes we can trace the sterility of the low B to that 34-inch scale length. There are makers that have managed to overcome that, but that's usually in custom bass territory and not in this price range bass territory. So if you like the shorter scale 5 strings and you don't have a B that sounds kind of, what's the word? Lame? Let's just use that word. Then good. I'll tell you what I do like about this bass. The neck feels great. I love the way the neck feels. The HiMass bridges that Fender does, they're not my favorite, but they do okay. The noiseless jazz pickups that it comes with, they actually sound pretty solid. It's an 18-volt preamp too, so this thing has plenty to put behind it. I love this color. I think the other color that you can pick for this particular model is called Cosmic Jade. It's a really deeper, kind of brighter green. It's nice. Between the two, we lucked out and got the blue one, and I like the blue one a lot.
Question from the Peanut Gallery.
Peanut Gallery, go.
I can get a 5-string Squire jazz bass for a third of the price. Should I just do that?
Ooh. I would not. I have bad luck with them. Maybe it's just me. A lot of people have made some suggestions for other Squiers models that I should check out that I would like, and I'm totally going to do that. We got to send some of this stuff back before they draw on quarter billy at Sounds. But this bass particularly, I would always go with the Mexican Fenders over the Squiers. That was a really long answer for no. That's my answer. No. I digress. Listen, this bass is $1,249.99. It's a made in Mexico Fender. The Player Plus series is Mexican made. It's not bad. It really isn't. I liked the overall tone of the bass. The B is a little lackluster, but honestly, with some amp EQing and some other pedals and stuff, you might be able to get past that. If it sits on its own, maybe you get hung up on it. Maybe it sounds great to you. I want you to be happy with whatever you go with. And if you're thinking about this bass, I think it's a solid buy. $1,249, do I think it's worth that? Maybe not. Maybe that's the new norm, right? Maybe 1,000 plus is the new norm for a Mexican Fender. Excuse me. Do I like admitting that? No. The tuning gears I had an issue with, right? The D in particular, and I'm not going to make the joke that Chris made earlier. I'm not going to pull the D at all. I still made the joke, didn't I? Damn him. Some of the tuning gears, the ratio on them was way off, right? Like the B, the E, and the A, normal ratio kind of feel to it. The D tuning gear, I made like maybe a full rotation and a half before it started registering. And again, we want to be completely fair. Could the string still be stretching and acclimatizing with the neck and the bass? Yeah, it's very possible. The bass is very responsive. It has a pretty nice and loud signal on its own. Treble and bass controls, you get a lot of great response from everything on this bass. Again, my only real hang up is the B string. It's really not something that would deter me from buying this bass. Like if you had to give a complete rating, right? 1 being firewood, 10 being bought it. I'd give this a solid 7. If I could do halves, 7.5. I love the color. I love the neck. Those are huge for me, right? And we've talked about this before. Chris has talked about it. I agree. Even if you don't like the sound out the gate, that's not a deal breaker because we know how to change that, right? We can fix that. We can address that. You put in new pickups, you put in a new preamp, switch it around, change it, make it yours, and it's done. But if it doesn't feel good or it doesn't respond to you, don't force yourself to like it. I want to say thank you again to Zounds for providing us with this instrument. It's really nice to have their help and their support. It's been awesome. We appreciate them. There'll be a link for this bass and the affiliate link will be below for that. So if you guys do like what you hear and you like what I said and you want to get a new Fender, hit that link, go get it. And check out everything else they have there. They got a ton of stuff. Strings, amps, cabs, picks, mutes.
There's Trey, and these matches, and the remote control, and the paddle ball.
I don't know. Everything. With that said, I love this bass. 7.5 out of 10. I love the color. The neck is my favorite part. the tuning gears and the keys, I'm a little, And they're not terrible. They're responsive enough, but some of them might be wonky. Again, let me know in the comments if you guys had that issue. If not, and then just my tremendous luck, then so be it. This is Chuck Bailey with Take 5. We'll see you guys next time.